Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun one today. 10 insane SGC graded cards. It is our weekly show. You don't want to miss it. Hello to all my sports card collectors, investors, all of my collectibles friends. Another week is starting. It's another day. It is another card video. Hope everybody had a great weekend.
I feel pretty good too. I think I finally got some sleep. I don't know why, I just feel pretty good.
And if you are looking for daily sports card collectibles, all the good stuff, you know what? The friends, the family, they don't care to hear it anymore. We are here for you. So thank you very much for joining. Please hit that big red subscribe button below and the like button if you like what you hear so that we can get these videos out to the masses, the sports card masses. Also connect with me on IG at SportsCardDad, and I'm also on the Twitter shooting out tweets, pew, 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 the Sports Card Dad. All right, so we had our episode 1 last week. We did 5 cards to celebrate channel partner SGC, 5 insane cards. I really liked the feedback that I got, and what I did was had an idea. I'm a part of a Facebook group called SGC Buy, Sell, Trade. Great group if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, but also just good community, good peeps inside the group. And so what I did is I reached out and I said, hey, look, does anybody want to showcase their cards you're proud of? I can put them into a video, talk about it, just kind of showcase your collection, some of the cool stuff in your collection. Got an overwhelming response. I've got enough cards to make 20 videos. So it was really, really great to get that response. And so that's what we're doing. So to highlight kind of SGC buy, sell, trade Facebook group, we're using these cards from the community just to showcase them. And this is going to be a good time. Definitely check out that group. All right. So first off, we've got Kevin's 2021 National Treasures Barry Sanders. It's got a 10 auto and it's got a 10 regular grade. Really hard to do with these thicker cards, as you know, with National Treasures, with Flawless. If it's a thicker card, it is very difficult to get that 10 regular grade. Of course, Barry Sanders being an absolute all-time legend, got to meet him at the National, and I was shaking like a leaf, to be honest. I mean, to me, he's the greatest running back of all time. Maybe because I didn't grow up with Walter Payton or Jim Brown, but Barry Sanders was absolutely electric. And I like these cards in the Oklahoma State uni. He actually shared a backfield with, unbelievably, Thurman Thomas. Could you imagine a backfield with Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders in it? Anyway, so that Oak State jersey, I really like this card. So wanted to definitely showcase. Thank you, Kevin. Artie shared a 2018 Topps Chrome Ozzie Albies, I believe is how you say it. I might have that wrong, but really cool card. A negative refractor in an SGC 10. Very, very cool card design. Not easy grades, as you would probably guess. Just any, Topps Chrome with surface stuff. That always seems to be the stuff that comes up is, of course you got centering and edges and corners and all the rest, but those surfaces are so fragile, but definitely a cool card. Thank you for sharing, Artie. Let's throw it back a little bit. William shared a 1950 R423 number 14 Ty Cobb with the facsimile auto. It came back in SGC 4. You got to really love vintage cards, but especially to vintage baseball. It just seems like every time I watch different content creators, whether it be YouTube or IG, I would say more on YouTube, kind of the baseball card collecting community that shares on YouTube. There's always just really interesting cards that pop up that you just haven't heard of, haven't seen. There's a lot of course, you always hear about kind of the 50s top sets and Bowman, etc. But there's all these kind of quirky little sets that came out as well, just going back. So vintage baseball, always really interesting. And this one, of course, being one of those, the R423 Ty Cobb. Thank you very much, William, for sharing this one. Let's bring it back to the current. Rob shared a 2020 Contenders Draft Picks Justin Herbert in the Oregon gear. It's an auto numbered out of 23. It's a 10 auto grade and a 9 mint grade for this one. Very, very cool card. And what you see a lot of too, because I collect a lot of auto cards, and I like the fact that when SGC grades, if it's a 10 auto in their opinion, then you just automatically get the 10 auto grade. If it's not a 10 auto grade, then they won't put a grade on it for the auto. But I just kind of like that that's a feature kind of mixed in. And it seems to me like a lot of people like that as well. I'm seeing that as I'm seeing people share different cards, a lot of auto cards here. All right, going back to vintage baseball, Jason shared a 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantle in an SGC 4, and he actually labeled this is my son's first Mantle. Gotta love kind of the different generations that are collecting cards, passing them down. And of course, I always hope that I've got 4 kids myself. I always hope that at least one of them has some interesting cards. My youngest son is big into Pokemon. I'm kind of hoping that over time, I see more and more in that out of my young ones. So I think that's kind of cool, especially with baseball cards. You see that where it's a lot of father, son, daughter type stuff where the whole family is getting involved in it. And you hope to see that not just baseball, but football and basketball, the non-sports stuff. And so that's always cool. So thank you very much, Jason, for sharing that one. This one is unique. Dakota shared a 2020-2021 Optic Rookie Auto Signature Series Tyrese Maxey Hollow Prism. It's got the elusive gold label. You don't see this one often, kind of like a BGS 10, black label. You just don't see these. 10 auto and 10 regular grade, obviously. So with Tyrese Maxey, kind of an up-and-coming player, a lot of people are excited about him. Congrats to Dakota on nailing the gold label. Oh, let's flip it over to Marvel. Hey, why not? Christopher shared a 2021 Weiss Schwartz Marvel Spider-Man double rare. It's the Japanese version, and it's graded an SGC 10. Of course, Spider-Man really kind of dominating Marvel cards. I mean, you've got really Spider-Man, Wolverine are 1 and 2. And then, of course, you have a lot of other popular characters as well, but a lot of cool Spider-Man cards out there. This is one of them. A little more vintage baseball. Dale shares his Brooks Robinson run. He did say that he's missing a few, but he's getting there. And again, kind of a cool, player collecting type collection that I wanted to share. He's got a few more to go. So, hey, if you've got any of these that Dale might be looking for, any of the Brooks Robinson stuff, maybe he'll want it in the SGC buy sell trade group. Another unique card. This one is of Bill Russell. Rest in peace, just recently passed. And I really like this one because it's that 2008-9 Topps Chrome Bill Russell. So not from his playing days, but you typically see the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's from this particular set. And I like the fact that he shared a Bill Russell because I had not seen the Russell card from this particular set, and he was able to nail an SGC 10. It's numbered out of 499. And as we were talking about Topps Chrome, it's the surface that is killer. Very, very difficult to get 10s, whether it's a SGC or any grades really. Any grading company. So very, very cool card. Thank you very much for sharing this one, Mike. And then we are going to round this out. Matt has a wicked card to share. 2005 Donruss Timeless Treasure, Ted Williams. It's the laundry tag 1 of 1 auto. Holy smokes. SGC 8.5. It's got an auto 10 grade. It does have kind of like the cut added in, kind of like where he signed, the paper was added into the card. I really, really like this card. It's got a lot of things going on. Just a very, very cool share. And it makes me, want to kind of look back at some of these middle 2000 Donruss, whether it be playoff football. I'm going to look into this one because I haven't looked into these Timeless Treasure cards, but, you can really find some interesting memorabilia cards going back to the middle 2000s, kind of 2005 to 2008, 9. There's some very interesting sets in there. And a lot of it's game used type stuff. There's always such a huge emphasis on game used now. People don't want the player looked across the room at a jersey and they ended up using that one, cut it up and throw it into cards. They want the game used stuff. And so this is very, very cool. I like to share these cards, obviously for them that want to share, for the folks that are sharing them, but also because you learn about different sets. Wow, this is a set I had not heard of. Oh, this is a player I hadn't really thought of. There's a lot of different cards out there. Obviously, it's kind of endless. There's so many different sets, different sports, non-sports, etc. So I'm really, really enjoying. This is going to be weekly. I'm probably going to try to do these on Mondays. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you are kept aware of these videos, because this will probably be a set Monday video. Guys, thank you very much for joining me again here today. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.